Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. Vishness is once again asking for our support. And by asking, I mean she's banging on the front door in a bid to absorb each and every one of us. Fortunately, Eito and I tag team finished Shion, and we wield his power together. Now it's time to get rid of Futurum's oppressor once and for all. Again, because the rebels aren't going to do it. They're fast asleep out there. Look how many people got through the perimeter, for goodness sake. So, let's start farming voltage and get on the other side of this battle. Okay, that's the fodder out of the way. Wave 1. Time for you to make your appearance now, Vishness.
That's all the small fry taken care of. That only leaves...
You just copied my words, Yugamu.
Here she comes, everyone! It's Vishness!
Get your arrow ready. It was Vishness, all right. There was no mistaking that overwhelming aura of menace. But surprisingly, I wasn't afraid. I hadn't just inherited Shion's hemoanima, or half of it. It also given me his courage. We're going to take down Vishness and make a better future. We'd come so far, and none of us were going to back down now. Yeah, well, neither are the humans.
You poor fools. You've turned your backs on your homeworld, and still you insist on fighting me?
Yes, and it doesn't help that our homeworld is rapidly approaching the planet. For better or worse, I don't know what their plan is, but we'll find out once you're, no longer on this mortal plane.
You really are nothing but living weapons. Killing is all you're good for. It's all that you are.
Right back at you, sister. Jeez.
Stay your tongue! I will not allow you to belittle my friends!
Thank you, Commune.
Commune. You foolish child. If you had remained my slave, even your unremarkable cryptoglobin could have served a greater purpose.
Poof.
Why do you defy me? I am God's will made manifest. I am Futurum's guiding light. Why can't you see that?
Vishness! You are unworthy to be Supreme Commander. You are just a crazed despot, every bit as bad as the Earthlings.
Wow. Okay, thanks for comparing us.
Fools. I'm surrounded by fools. You leave me no choice.
Hey, you know what they say, Vishness? You meet a fool. You met a fool. You meet fools everywhere. Maybe you're the dumbass.
It will take a little more effort. But once I claim your cryptoglobin, the road to godhood will open up to me and me alone.
What do you mean, the road to godhood? As if we're, just a pit stop along the way. I thought absorbing us will make you God. Clearly not. Nah, I don't need to see your transformation again and again.
Bow down!
Never! Never, ever, ever. Well, maybe there's a route where we do. I don't know.
Tremble at the advent of a new god!
New enemy approaching. I see. Backup has arrived. More colorful than ever. Holy shit. Okay, this one's busy. This one's very busy. But we got the power of Shion. Well, how do we approach this? Our win condition is to annihilate the enemy boss. She only has 5 armor. Are we going to be able to do it? I don't know. We'll see. I need to farm for some more voltage, though.
Ready when you are!
Now then, to business.
This is probably the best way to start.
Ready whenever. How's this?
Carve your way through. Here we go.
All right, let's get started. Out of my way.
One at a time.
Die.
Nice.
How unsatisfying.
That opens that up. Do you want a spring trap over there now?
Let's get started. My turn. How's
Not the
this?
most efficient way, but
Time to move.
God, it feels good.
Die.
killing them off one by
To
one.
business. How's this?
Whew.
Broken so soon.
I missed you during that original 100 days, Hideko. I really did.
Allow me to take them down.
Go on, Eito. Deal some good damage there. Alright, halfway through. I knew it.
I'm impressed you've lasted this long. You've exceeded my expectations. Just a little.
Only a little? Well, you haven't blown up the artificial satellite yet. Maybe it's because it's too close to the planet now. All the debris will come showering upon us.
I hate to break it to you, but your compliments don't mean shit to us.
That wasn't even a compliment. It was like a pitiful comment, basically.
Well then, I suppose we should finish this.
We will.
Are you still hiding some trick up your sleeve, Veshnes?
Probably. She's full of surprises, this one.
Not up my sleeve. Just take a look.
Uh-oh. Without warning, Veshnes de-transformed and gazed up at the sky. The clouds parted. And then... Is she gonna blow it up again? Oh god! Wait, what?
Is that the satellite?
Did she make a deal with the humans or something?
Looks like the humans finally got tired of waiting.
Oh yeah, they're coming in hot.
That, or they saw us and Veshnes fighting, and decided this was their best chance to strike.
What, a suicide run?
They're even greater fools than you if they think they can fight us without cryptoglobin. I suppose it's the nature of all living things to struggle against death, no matter how futile it is. From here on, this will be a war of annihilation. Brutal massacres. Endless slaughter.
No, it all ends with you.
But I wouldn't have it any other way. When I exterminate the invaders once and for all, I'll be a greater hero than ever. I will need your power. The cryptoglobin you've cultivated so splendidly. To achieve that, give it to me. You were only ever stepping stones anyway.
For what? Towards hope? Yeah, just a stepping stone.
That's not going to happen. We're going to keep fighting. We'll defeat you, and humanity as well.
Everyone! No one's allowed to live. Except for the Futurists. That doesn't include you, Veshnes.
We're putting an end to this pointless war. That's what our power is meant to be used for. We won't let tyrants like you rule over our lives anymore!
Even though we've just started living. Reinforcements. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Behold the power of hope! The power of God's immutable will! No one can stop me now!
Wait, what was your trick up your sleeve? It wasn't the artificial satellite coming down upon us, was it?
I am the only leader this planet needs. My rule is absolute.
Don't be afraid, everyone. We still have Shion's power. All the friends we've lost live on inside of us.
Just not in, like, such an epic way as it was in another route we took on.
This is our chance to finally do what's right. To make our lives mean something.
This is really it. I feel more motivated than I've ever been.
I like the passion in Takumi's voice.
Yeah, because now we're the ones deciding how we live our lives.
We're not like we were before, Veshnes. All that awaits you is misery and defeat.
We will handle the rear guard. Take her down.
Okay. If you say so.
Right. Let's do this, everyone!
Because the rebels have barely made a dent, it looks like. Okay, 7 AP. Voltage is still at 82. She's halfway in terms of her health bar. Yeah, this is gonna be over right quick.
Let's freaking go!
Let's go.
Alright, Ado, set it up. Time for you to knock him down, Takumi. For the rebels! Not for humanity.
How could I lose?
I'm just too strong for you. And every timeline imaginable. Okay.
How are you so strong?
And I only absorbed half of Shion as well. I just got Shi. Eito got On.
I am on the verge of godhood. No one should have power on par with mine.
Looks like you slipped on the stepping stones. Fell into the river. Shit. And you don't have a paddle.
That pride will be your downfall, Veshnes.
We told you we weren't the same as before. We have Shion's power. You're fighting him too!
You think you've won. Even if you defeat me, those Earthlings will hunt you down to the end of your days.
Yeah, but we've got Cryptoglobin. They can't do shit. They might be able to massage us if they shoot us enough in the back.
No matter what you do, you have no future.
I suppose the only one vulnerable would be Nozomi, right? Because she's the only human.
Of course not. The future isn't something we have. It's something we'll make. Together.
Spare me your drivel.
Well, you certainly didn't spare us yours.
Just look above you. Look at that symbol of destruction falling toward us. You will all die, vile invaders. Torn apart by your own people until not a single one remains.
So you have doubts that we'll be able to survive, but we beat you, so does that mean you didn't think you were going to survive against them?
I may be departing this world a little sooner than the rest of you, but I will revel in your suffering until the very end!
You can believe what you want to believe. Was that it? It just crashed on top of us? Or did she just blow up herself? Alright, S rank. 92% defense rate. Ow! Everyone okay? It was just a mild inconvenience.
Oh.
Yes. Still alive somehow. Pretty low of Veshness to try and take us down with her. Wait, she planted a bomb inside her? Everyone was injured by Veshness's self-destruction and barely hanging on to consciousness. I mean, just get it over with. We'll use the Revivomatic to come back. But everyone was still alive. Nozomi! Commune! Uh-oh. Of course we have to choose. Right? Because Commune said she can be absorbed, and that'll save Nozomi.
Oh!
The two girls both had shards of debris embedded deep in their bellies. The rest of us could use the Revivomatic to come back after dying. But Nozomi and Commune couldn't.
How could I have been so careless? Takumi, you know what to do.
I do.
Give my Cryptoglobin to Nozomi. At least then, one of us can survive.
Yeah, but how will the rebels feel? The ones that are left alive. If there are any left alive, after Veshness kind of just waltzed in through the undying flames.
Huh? What are you talking about, Commune?
If you take my power, it will stabilize your Cryptoglobin. Please, this is the only way.
No, I won't accept that. Takumi, use my Cryptoglobin to save Commune.
Oh god.
This planet needs her a lot more than it needs me. She's the one who will pull Futurum out of this war.
Oh no.
Besides, she's my friend. I want her to live.
Do not be a fool. You are my friend too. I can never let you die.
Nozomi and Commune's voices were getting weaker. They were both pleading with us to save the other. Both willing to die to save their friend. They're both running out of time. You're going to have to choose, Takumi. Choose? At this rate, both of them will die. We can only save one. I know it's a hard decision, considering they're both ugly, but it's better than watching them both die. You're the one who should make the call. Would you really want to push this decision onto someone else? No, I'll take it upon myself like I always do. The burden. I have to choose between Nozomi and Commune. Hideko was right, though. I needed to make this decision as the team leader. Nozomi or Commune. Who to save and who to sacrifice. I restarted the timeline to save Nozomi. What did I even come back for if I let Nozomi die here? But does that give me permission to just let Commune die? Commune is a shrine maiden with many followers on Futurum. Without her, this world would be without a leader to help unite them after the war. You have to decide now, or they'll both die. Nozomi, or Commune, who am I going to save? Oh, it's a tough one. At least at first it was. I was thinking, you know, if such a decision came to pass, I would follow Takumi's heart here and save Nozomi, as selfish of a choice as that may be. But the fact that Nozomi, first off, is pleading with us to sacrifice her to save Commune, not to mention the fact that there's been a lot of talk and thoughts within the Academy about how, you know, life after the war, we're going to have to enter a bit of politics, we're going to have to help rebuild. It's just going to be so much easier, and it just makes so much more sense for us to save Commune, right? Not to mention we're going to get off on the right foot with the Futurans. And even though Takumi said, you know, we came back in time to save Nozomi, I think Nozomi's giving her life for a greater cause here. And, you know, is the last human, if there are no survivors from the imminent crash of the artificial satellite. Oh boy. But yeah, I think I am going to go with saving Commune. Oh, it must hurt so bad for poor Takumi. But this is how it's gotta be. I chose to do what was right. I chose the path that was right for this planet. A path to peace. I did what Nozomi Kirifuji wanted, and granted her last request.
Thank you, Takumi. I'm so glad to have met you.
Oh, Nozomi, I'm so sorry. Is there anything for Commune to even absorb, though? The cryptoglobin was flushing out of her body, right? I'd saved Commune, and ensured Futurum would follow the path of justice from now on. But at the same time, I'd killed the person I cared about the most.
What is wrong, Takumi? Don't you realize what a special day this is?
Classic. We have the little dramatic scene, and then we could play the upbeat, uplifting music. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a scene there, if I'm being honest, but we'll see where this takes us.
Sorry, Commune. You're right. I should try to be happy today. After 15 long years. Today is the day we'll end the war.
My class armor has changed to white. Despite defeating the dictator Veshnes, this planet didn't find peace. The Futurans were fighting each other for power when the Earth forces came down and joined in on the chaos. It was the start of an all-out and messy war. Oh god. Maybe we should have saved Nozomi, then she could have spoken to the Earthlings. We went around to each faction to stop the fighting, and were persistent in our negotiations. Those negotiations entailed balancing the interests of the various factions, convincing those in power, and at times resorting to threats and violence. After 15 years of negotiations, we finally managed to unify Futurum. 15 years. Takumi hasn't aged a day, it looks like. And now facing the prospect of a unified enemy, the Earth forces had agreed to a ceasefire. With the signing ceremony today, the war was officially over. Many people waved their hands at us from below, children and adults all smiling. They were overjoyed that peace was finally here. On the other hand, though, she wasn't among them. She was nowhere to be found. She sacrificed herself so the world could have its happy ending.
Futurans and humans alike have suffered bitter losses. I doubt the animosity between our people will simply go away, but still...
Oh, it's gonna be interesting living side by side. Hey, at least the humans live on to see another day.
I think Nozomi would be happy with the result, don't you?
Would she? I hoped so. Hoped that she was looking down at us with a smile from heaven. I fervently wished for that as I waved back at the people down in the plaza. Alright. Does that make me emperor? .006 Rebellion Route. Seeds of Hope. Alright, so we got peace in the end. Humans coexisting. Isn't that swell? We didn't even make it to day 100. There was no need, though, because, of course, Shion was already deceased. Gotta say, though, I was kind of hoping for a bit more with, you know, sacrificing Nozomi. It's supposed to be a pretty heavy choice, giving up the person that Takumi cares about the most and whatnot, and it ends up just being a sentence, just like, yeah, she died. Yeah, she gave her life for commune. We didn't get, like, you know, a scene of the absorption or anything of the sort, just her saying thank you, and then fast forward 15 years. Would have been nice to have a bit more of a meteor ending, but alas, that's okay. That's fine. Let's go back and see what happens if we save Nozomi instead. We got peace, which is what we all wanted. By saving commune, what are we going to get instead if we save Nozomi? If we chase after our own selfish desires. Here it goes. I take it there'll be more fighting. I don't think Nozomi has the political capital to navigate what happens after day 100. I prioritized my own desires. I took Commune's cryptoglobin and transferred it into Nozomi.
Yes! Good. Now I can rest easy.
Can you quickly scribble something down on a piece of paper or something saying like this was consensual, you know, we didn't do this against your will, it was your choice? Something like contentment spread across Commune's face. In her final moments, she was at peace. That's what I chose to believe, anyway.
Takumi, why? Why did you choose me?
Because I'm a greedy little bastard, and I came back in time to save you. I knew that what I'd done had been selfish. In saving Nozomi, I'd robbed Futurum of the greatest leader it could have hoped for. It will likely be impossible to unify the people of Futurum without commune. And if we did have commune, it would take 15 years, summarized in a couple of slides. While the planet descended into chaos without a unifying leader, the Earth forces would be closing in from the artificial satellite. It was clear that a new war would be on the horizon. But I still had to choose you. How much time has passed since that day? We kept fighting. We still are. It never lets up. Freed from the dictator Veshnes, the Futurans fought over who would be in charge next. When the Earth forces arrived, an all-out, messy war broke out. Each faction was justified, and each faction had a score to settle. It was a vicious cycle. Rage begets rage. Violence begets violence. This planet was filled with negative energy. There were no signs of this war ending anytime soon, because there wasn't a leader who could bring everyone together. Because the Maiden Sage commune was gone. Still, I won't give up. Commune had given her life so I could live. Wait. Commune had given her life so I could live. I'm obligated to find a way we can all live in peace. I have to convey to the people of this planet that we can overcome the barriers of species and planets to work together. I will continue to preach peace from this little school I built with Takumi. I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up. Continuing down this path for peace without ever giving up. That is my fight now. Alright. We built a school. Isn't that lovely? 005 Rebellion Route. My War. Some quick-fire endings there. I mean, we did say, you know, after the second scenario, it's gonna be tough during some of these other endings. Yeah, okay. Well, we've still got one more choice to make, right? It's all the way back here. Join the rebellion. What if we just say no from the get-go? What happens? Do we all get executed? Do we actually keep going to day 99 again? Or is it gonna end here, kind of like what happened with the romance route? Let's find out when we say, no thank you, I'm good. You know, we'll handle this ourselves. Watch as Commune just like kills us all at the same time. I say no. Takumi! He's right. This deal sounds way too good to be true. It could be a trap. Yeah, things are happening way too fast. It would be natural to think she's a spy sent here by Veshnes. You misunderstand. We've been observing you and your actions. That's how we knew this was the right time to reach out. Even more reason for us not to trust you. I think we should take her in for interrogation. Oh god. Oh no! Especially because we know what Commune's actually like. This is terrible. What? No, stay away from me. She's gonna die just like her mother. Oh god. Everyone just calm down. We all began closing in on Commune. But then... it all happened in an instant. Commune had started swinging some kind of weapon around wildly, and stabbed Nozomi with it. Blood spurted out of Nozomi's mouth, and she fell to the ground. No. No, this can't be happening! Why did it have to be Nozomi? Nozomi wasn't like the rest of us, she couldn't be brought back! Rage coursed through my body. It all came rushing out as a bestial scream. Is that it? Okay. There it is. Whoa! That came from the stomach and the lungs. I slashed Commune with an infuser in a fit of rage.
Is this how you killed my mother, too? Oh, you monsters!
Ah!
Curse you, vile, wicked invaders!
I stared down at the two dead bodies lying at my feet. Even though everything's completely dark right now, like I'm Ato, having ripped my eyeballs out. What had I done? Time passed. Widespread radiation. Invaders attacking day and night. Oh my god. I look pretty cool. Damn. Look at this outfit. Holy shit. Planet Futurum quickly became a hellscape. The Futurans sent out countless invaders to kill the Earthlings. And when they arrived from the artificial satellite, the Earthlings fought them off with brutal chemical warfare. It was hellish. No. It was hell itself. Caught between the Futurans and humanity, we had nowhere to go. I hadn't seen any of my friends in years. I didn't even know if they were still alive. Oh shit, it's like a full-out wasteland. We're by ourselves. God. I was the one who had brought on this hell. If only I had made a different choice then. But I had no time for useless regrets. I stood up with my infuser in my hand, running from invaders and the radiation. To live. To survive. Just surviving this hell was now my life's purpose. Even though I honestly didn't even remember what else there was to live for. I would read a fanfiction of this. I would so read a fanfiction of this timeline. 004, Rebellion Route, Failed Alliance. That's all the Rebellion routes done. And 20 endings all up. Okay, I think there was potential here, I gotta say. I should do a tier list at the end of this playthrough, shouldn't I? Like, every ending ranked, or like every route ranked. It'll be like the first tier list I've done on this channel, but I think that would be pretty neat to do. From a storytelling perspective, I do like the Rebellion route. I like how we had one ending where there was peace, but it took a long time to get there, like 15 years, but eventually everyone settled down. I do like in the other ending, where Nozomi lives, you know, the war's still raging on, but there's efforts to try and make things work, right? Nozomi's working hard, but they just don't have the skill or the charisma that Commune had. But yeah, I just really wish these endings here were fleshed out. Like, I can understand why the second scenario is, like, the ending. Because, like, that's literally an alternate route fleshed out across all 100 days, and, you know, every other route has to have some corners cut, because otherwise we'd be here for the rest of our lives trying to complete each and every route, right? But, yeah, I just wish, like, the ending here where we have to make a choice, and I'd like to see more of the scene where we, you know, the consequence, the immediate consequence of killing Nozomi. Like, what does everyone at the academy think? What do the rebels think? The surviving rebels that are outside, they come and they see that Commune's alive. Or over here, like, what happens, you know, when we're all supporting Nozomi, keeping her alive, and so on and so forth. But yeah, all in all, a decent route. I think I prefer it over the romance route. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the romance route, okay? Like, for what it was. I do like more of the focus on the war, though, I have to say. Alright, so where are we heading off to next, though? Our last choice was here. Continue to fight for humanity, which means we're going to be rewinding to deciding Ava's fate. Right. Protect her. That's coming up next. I know this is a shorter episode, but just for tidiness, for my playlists, I will end this video here. I'll see you, hopefully, when it comes back to day 63 and protecting Ava. Let's see what happens when Commune's mother actually continues to stay alive, albeit brainwashed.